Hi guys, welcome to Cognitive Hub SQL Tutorials. In this video, I am going to explain about one more operator like logical operator in SQL, that is nothing but a any operator. Now without wasting any time, let's dive into the topic. Okay guys, here what I am doing is I am going to create a new table here with the name as table1 and first column as s underscore id and second column as first underscore name, as well as the third column as salary. Now I am creating this query and I already wrote the query for creating a table previously. I am using that one and I created a table here. Now I am inserting a few data here with 1 and as well as with s underscore id as 1 and first underscore name as Kiran and salary as 25,000. Similarly, I am executing this. Similarly, I am entering another value as with s underscore id as 3 and name as Sai and the value as 35,000, and I am executing this query as well, and I am inserting one more query with 5 and name as Vinay, and I am giving the salary as 45,000, and I am running it. I have entered total of 3 rows here. I am running this. Now here we have total of 3 rows with s underscore id as 135, first underscore name as Kiran, Sai, Vinay, and then salary as 25, 35 as well as 45,000. Now what I want to do is here I want to use the any operator here. Now how to use that means, now I want to print the the syntax for any operator is where s underscore id, here we need to specify operator here before specifying any. Here I am going to specify the equal to operator, equal to any is the operator here, and you need to specify the values here any of suppose what it means is here s underscore id is equal to any of the values present in this group. Here our s id is 135. Suppose if you specify values like 1 comma 2 comma 3, so what it means is, suppose if s underscore id is equal to any one of these values, like if s id is equal to any of the values present in this particular group, that means 1 or 2 or 3, then it is going to print it in the output table. Suppose here if you consider this thing, here s underscore id is equal to 1, that means 1 is present in this particular value. Now it gets printed. Similarly, we have 3 is also there in this group and it is also gets printed. Suppose if you consider 5 and it is not there in this group, that means it won't get printed. That is why if you execute this query, we only get only 2 rows here. That means it won't we won't get the fifth row. Similarly, you can also mention it like not operator. If you mention it as not operator, then we only get the column like record of 5. Sorry, not equal to any means we get all the values, because here s underscore id is not equal to any of this value. That means here 1 is equal to 1, but 1 is not equal to 2 as well as 1 is not equal to 3. That is why it is getting every record. So it is not the best operator to illustrate you. I already explained you about how equal to will work. Suppose if I mention greater than, and what happens is here for first row we have sid as 1. So what it will compare is 1 is greater than any of this value present in this group. So 1 is greater than nothing, right? So it won't get printed. Similarly, we have 3. So 3 is greater than any of this value. It is also not correct. Similarly, 5 is greater than any of this value. Yeah, it is correct. So we only get the 5 value here. So I am running it. Sorry, 3 is greater than like any of these values. Now what I am mentioning it is, suppose if I mention less than and I am running this query, we will get only 1. because it will execute the if you mention any of this means it will also gets compared with the equal to also. Similarly, if you mention equal to any means it will get equal to any of this value. Here 1 is equal to 2 as well as 3 is equal to 3 row. That's why we won't get the fifth value here. Suppose if I change this 3 to 5, then we get only 1 and 5. That means for the first row it is equal to the first row. That means whatever the value that we are getting here SID, that particular SID, if it is equal to any of the value present in this particular value, then you can then that particular row will get printed in the output. Similarly, you can also write the query here inside this operator or inside this condition, inside this brackets also, like select what we call s underscore id from table 1 where salary is greater than 10,000. So if you write this condition, whatever the records that we have having salary is greater than 10,000, it will get those IDs and it will matches with the equal to any of whatever the values that we got. If I run this, we get all the values because every record is greater than 10k. Suppose if I mention 30k, we only get the 2 rows here. So that is how it will work. This is how you can also mention the inner queries for that particular condition. And while writing the inner queries, you need to remember one thing: whatever the column that you are specifying here, s underscore id or first underscore name, whatever it may be, that needs to be same as the whatever the contents that you are retrieving from the inner query. Those two should match. Should match. So that is the main constraint while writing the inner queries, and this is how the any operator will work along with the relational operators. Here before the any operator you need to specify the relational operator, either it is equal to or not equal to or greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, whatever it may be. So this is all about the any operator, guys. In the coming video I am going to explain about the all operator, that means a relational operator space all operator in SQL. Now that's all for this video, guys. Thank you for watching.